me ask you a question. How is it that you can maintain the same weight over 10 years but still be fatter? Huh? Okay, today we're going to find out how. What I want to do today is to demonstrate for you something that I like to call the fat gap. I have written about this before, and I would like to use this cool little technology that I'm using now to explain it to you in really kind of literal terms. So here's our little graph. On this side, we have body weight in pounds. And we're going to pick a number here that's 150. Along here, we're going to have your age in years. Okay, and we're going to pick a spot right there that's about 40 years old along the timeline of life. And then this one is going to come in 50 years. So you're moving along. You think you're doing great, and you weigh yourself in at age 40, and there you are, 150 pounds at age 40. Now, we move along our timeline of life. You get to age 50. And lo and behold, you're still 150 pounds. Woohoo! All right, great stuff. Yay, you maintain the same weight for 10 years. Now, a lot of your peers and friends and coworkers, they're gaining weight over time, right? They're getting a little heavier, a little chunkier, that slow, steady weight gain that a lot of people just are horrified by. You've avoided it. You've kept the same weight. Now, 10 years have passed. You may not feel the same, and you may not look quite the same, but there's an additional problem that you really haven't considered. So, for example, we have occurring at the same time your metabolism. Plummeting downward, right? You know it, don't have to tell you that, right? So that's going down. Next, unfortunately, we have activity levels also dropping down. Now we have an obvious one, hormones, right? We're losing testosterone. We're losing growth hormone, which is an important one. All these things are happening at once. And then going back to your little body weight timeline here is something that the real body weight looks something like this. All right, so this is 140. This is about 145 pounds. So what's my point? Wait a second. You weigh the same, and you were proud of yourself, but there's a gap here, right? This is the fat gap. Why? Because even though you weigh the same, there's an important formula that you need to know. For every year after age 40, you're going to drop half a pound of muscle per year. Okay, that's the big formula. Remember that one. And keep that in mind. So unless, and here's the caveat to all of this, unless you've been lifting weights, right, you can't avoid this fat gap. It's going to happen. Weightlifting is the only way to keep muscle mass on, because you've lost half a pound every year just by walking around. I'm not talking about people who are being sedentary and sitting on the couch and really inviting atrophy of muscles into their world. No, this is people who are eating well, walking around, being active, all this kind of fun stuff. They're still losing half a pound. You're losing half a pound of muscle mass per year, and the only way to stop it, that didn't come out right. Weightlifting. My pen's not working that great, but you get the idea. You got to lift weights in order to stimulate the muscle mass to stay there. Otherwise, this is inevitable because of these. You will weigh the same, move the same, maybe a little less active, right? Eat the same stuff, but you're getting fatter. is this cruel twist of nature that this is going to happen. That is the fat gap, and that's what all of us need to be aware of that's going on here, okay? So there's today's lesson, another validation, if we will, of the need to get out there and lift weights to avoid this messy yet factual demonstration of why we can weigh the same over the course of 10 years and still be fatter.